Stoicism teaches that life's hardships are not obstacles but pathways to growth. At its core, this ancient philosophy encourages rational thinking, emotional control, and acceptance of events as they come. The Stoics believed that we cannot control external circumstances but can always control our reactions. By seeing difficulties as opportunities, you can transform setbacks into stepping stones toward personal strength. This article outlines actionable Stoic principles, starting with mindset shifts, finding purpose in pain, and ending with practical exercises to apply Stoic wisdom daily. Stay with us for a transformative journey. Embracing the power of perception. If Stoic philosophy teaches us to view challenges as opportunities, the next step is to master how we perceive these challenges. Have you ever wondered why two people can experience the same event but respond in completely different ways? One feels defeated, while the other emerges stronger. The difference lies in their perception. How we choose to interpret adversity defines whether it breaks us or builds us. The Stoics emphasize that our perception, not the event itself, determines its impact on us. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just a lofty idea but a call to action. When you face a setback, pause and ask yourself, is this happening to me, or is it happening for me? Shifting this mindset turns difficulties into opportunities for growth and resilience. Think of life's challenges as a blank canvas, and your perception is the brush. A negative perception paints chaos and despair, while a positive one creates clarity and purpose. For example, imagine losing a job. Instead of labeling it as failure, you could view it as a chance to redirect your career, learn new skills, or even discover your true calling. This shift doesn't erase the pain, but it reframes it, allowing you to take control of your narrative. Perception is also a tool for emotional stability. When you choose to see struggles as temporary rather than permanent, they lose their power to overwhelm you. The Stoics believed in detaching from the immediate emotional reaction and stepping back to see the bigger picture. This practice helps you stay grounded, even when life feels chaotic. A practical way to train your perception is to reframe your thoughts through questions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" By doing so, you shift from victimhood to empowerment. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, every mistake a lesson, and every failure a future strength. The power of perception lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require external change, only an internal shift. By mastering this, you unlock a mindset where no obstacle is too great. As you move forward, remember, life's events are neutral until we assign them meaning. And that meaning, chosen wisely, can lead to transformation. In the next point, we'll explore how pain, when combined with the right perspective, can be channeled into purpose, guiding you toward your greatest strength. Turning pain into purpose. Once you've shifted your perception to see challenges as opportunities, the next step is to ask, how can I turn this pain into something meaningful? Pain, when embraced with the right mindset, becomes a powerful teacher. It can break you or shape you. It all depends on how you respond to it. But here's the secret. Pain is not meant to be endured passively. It's meant to be transformed into purpose. The Stoics believed that suffering often holds the seeds of our greatest strength. Seneca once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Pain can force you to grow in ways comfort never could. Think back to your own life. Was there a moment of heartbreak, failure, or loss that, over time, pushed you to become wiser, stronger, or more resilient? If so, that's the power of turning pain into purpose in action. The key lies in finding meaning within your struggles. Pain without purpose feels unbearable, but when you connect it to something larger than yourself, it transforms into fuel. For example, someone who has faced the loss of a loved one might channel that grief into helping others going through similar situations. A person who has struggled with failure might use that experience to inspire others to persevere. Your pain doesn't define you, it refines you. This process starts with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what is this pain trying to teach me? Pain often uncovers areas in our lives that need attention. It reveals weaknesses we can strengthen and priorities we may have overlooked. By leaning into it instead of running away, you can discover the lessons hidden within. These lessons, when applied, can guide you toward your purpose. Turning pain into purpose also requires action. It's not enough to understand the lessons. You must use them. Start small. Write about your experience. Share your story. Help someone else going through a similar struggle. When you take what you've learned from your pain and use it to make a difference, you not only heal but grow. Pain becomes a stepping stone to something greater. This is why so many people who have faced adversity, be it trauma, illness, or failure, often emerge as the most compassionate and impactful individuals. They've allowed their struggles to shape their purpose and create meaning in their lives. Remember, your hardest moments don't have to be the end of your story. They can be the beginning of a new, purposeful chapter. As we continue, we'll explore the role of control, how learning to focus only on what you can influence can free you from unnecessary suffering and help you stay strong in the face of adversity. The role of control in overcoming struggles after finding purpose in pain. The next question becomes, what do I actually have control over? This is where Stoic wisdom shines brightest. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to spiral into frustration, anxiety, or despair. But the Stoics teach us that peace lies in focusing only on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This principle is not just liberating, it's life-changing. At the heart of this idea is the Stoic dichotomy of control, which separates life's events into two categories: the things you can control and the things you can't. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In other words, your actions, thoughts, and emotions are within your control, while external events, like other people's opinions, unexpected setbacks, or the outcome of your efforts, are not. By understanding this distinction, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering caused by worrying about things outside your power. Imagine being caught in a storm. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you respond. You could panic and curse the rain, or you could seek shelter and use the time to reflect or plan. Life's challenges are no different. When you focus on what's within your control, you reclaim your energy and direct it toward productive actions rather than wasting it on things you can't change. This mindset requires practice, but it's incredibly empowering. Start by examining the next problem you face. Break it down into two parts: what you can control and what you can't. For example, if you're facing rejection, you can't control the outcome, but you can control your preparation, your effort, and your attitude moving forward. By narrowing your focus to what's actionable, you'll feel less overwhelmed and more capable. The role of control also ties deeply into emotional resilience. When you stop clinging to outcomes you can't influence, you develop a sense of calm, no matter what life throws your way. This doesn't mean you ignore challenges or avoid responsibility. On the contrary, it means fully owning the things within your power, your decisions, your reactions, and your mindset, while accepting the rest with grace. Letting go of the uncontrollable isn't easy, but it's worth it. It allows you to navigate life's storms without losing your inner peace. By mastering this practice, you'll find yourself less reactive to stress, more focused on solutions, and ultimately, more empowered to move forward. In the next section, we'll explore how resilience through action helps you build strength over time and why taking small, consistent steps is the ultimate strategy for overcoming adversity. The role of control in overcoming struggles. After discovering how pain can be turned into purpose, it's important to recognize that achieving this transformation requires focus, and that focus depends on understanding control. Many of life's frustrations stem from trying to change things beyond our power. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies in recognizing the boundary between what we can control and what we cannot, and then channeling our energy toward what is within our grasp. At the core of Stoic philosophy is the concept of the dichotomy of control. This principle separates life into two spheres: the things we have power over and the things we don't. Your thoughts, actions, and attitudes fall under your control, while events, circumstances, and other people's actions do not. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most influential voices, reminds us, some things are up to us, and some things are not. The sooner we internalize this truth, the sooner we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and frustration. Think about a situation where you faced rejection, perhaps in a job application, a relationship, or a personal goal. It's easy to feel defeated when things don't go as planned. But what if, instead of obsessing over the outcome, you focused on what you could control? For example, improving your skills, adjusting your strategy, or simply choosing a positive attitude despite the setback. By doing so, you redirect your energy toward growth rather than allowing external events to dictate your peace of mind. Focusing on control also allows you to reclaim your emotional balance. Imagine being stuck in traffic. You can't control the cars around you, but you can control your reaction. You could choose to get angry and ruin your mood, or you could use the time to listen to an inspiring podcast or practice mindfulness. The situation remains the same, but your choice determines whether it drains you or empowers you. The practice of focusing on what you can control builds resilience over time. When you let go of trying to change the uncontrollable, you free yourself from unnecessary burdens and create mental space to tackle what truly matters. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you learn to care wisely. You focus on your efforts, your persistence, and your mindset, knowing that these are the tools that shape your journey. Mastering control also brings clarity. It allows you to prioritize what's truly important and stay grounded in the face of uncertainty. You stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your influence and instead invest in areas where you can make a difference. As we move forward, we'll explore how resilience is built through action, taking small, consistent steps that not only help you overcome adversity but also prepare you to face future challenges with confidence. Practicing resilience through action. Once you understand the importance of focusing on what you can control, the next step is to translate that understanding into action. Knowledge without action is powerless, and resilience is not built through theory but through consistent practice. The Stoics believed that the only way to develop strength is by doing, and they emphasized the importance of taking small, deliberate steps even in the face of adversity. Action bridges the gap between acceptance and transformation. It's one thing to acknowledge what's within your control, but it's another to actively work on it. Challenges may seem overwhelming at first, but resilience grows with each small step forward. Imagine climbing a mountain. Instead of focusing on how far you have to go, you focus on each step you can take. Every step, no matter how small, moves you closer to the summit. This is the essence of resilience. Progress through persistence. One way to practice resilience is by breaking down your challenges into manageable actions. When faced with adversity, ask yourself, what can I do today to move forward? Even the tiniest actions, like writing a plan, reaching out for support, or simply taking a deep breath, create momentum. Action, no matter how small, counters the feeling of helplessness and reinforces your sense of control. The Stoics also teach us that resilience is a skill, not an inherent trait. It's something you cultivate through repetition. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Just as lifting weights strengthens your muscles, taking action in the face of challenges strengthens your ability to endure. The more you practice responding to hardships with constructive actions, the more resilient you become. Resilience through action is also about building habits that prepare you for future challenges. Journaling, for example, helps you reflect on past struggles and how you overcame them, reinforcing your ability to handle new obstacles. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, training your mind to find positives even in tough times. Developing these habits creates a foundation of strength that supports you when adversity strikes. Taking action also redefines failure. Instead of viewing setbacks as the end, resilience allows you to see them as stepping stones. Every failed attempt is a lesson learned, a chance to refine your approach, and an opportunity to grow stronger. Resilience is not about avoiding failure but embracing it as part of the journey. By consistently practicing action-oriented resilience, you train yourself to adapt, endure, and thrive in any situation. In the next point, we'll explore how the wisdom of historical Stoics can guide us further, offering timeless lessons to help us navigate modern challenges with courage and grace. Lessons from historical Stoics. After understanding how resilience is built through action, it's inspiring to look back at those who mastered these principles in the most trying circumstances. The lives of historical Stoics are filled with profound lessons that remind us of the strength of the human spirit when guided by wisdom, discipline, and courage. Their experiences offer timeless guidance for facing our own challenges with resilience and purpose. Marcus Aurelius, often called the Philosopher King, provides one of the most profound examples of Stoic strength in action. As the Emperor of Rome, he faced wars, plagues, and political turmoil. Yet, in the midst of chaos, he wrote Meditations, a personal journal of reflections on staying calm, rational, and virtuous in the face of adversity. One of his most powerful teachings is, You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple truth reminds us that even when external circumstances feel uncontrollable, we can still control how we think, respond, and grow. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, faced exile, political betrayal, and eventually a forced death. Despite his hardships, his writings exude clarity and wisdom. He believed that adversity was not something to be feared but embraced as a chance to strengthen one's character. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men." This metaphor teaches us that struggles are like a forge. They refine and shape us into something stronger. Seneca's life demonstrates the value of preparation, as he often reflected on potential hardships before they happened, allowing him to face challenges with composure when they arose. Epictetus, born a slave, rose to become one of the most respected philosophers in history. His life story alone is a testament to resilience and determination. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control the circumstances of our birth or the actions of others, we can always choose how we respond. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This lesson reminds us that even in situations of extreme limitation, we have the freedom to cultivate inner strength and dignity. These historical Stoics lived through wars, betrayals, and personal losses, yet their teachings resonate across centuries because they understood the universal human struggle. Their wisdom reminds us that we are not alone in our challenges and that adversity, while painful, can be a pathway to growth and greatness. By reflecting on their lives, we find not only inspiration but also practical tools to navigate our own struggles. In the final point, we'll explore actionable Stoic exercises that you can use daily to cultivate inner strength and transform life's challenges into opportunities for growth. Daily Stoic practices for building resilience. Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of historical Stoics, the next step is to bring their teachings into your daily life. Knowledge becomes power only when applied, and practicing Stoic exercises regularly helps you cultivate the inner strength needed to face challenges with calm and clarity. These simple but transformative practices can anchor you, even in the face of life's most overwhelming moments. Building on the lessons from the past, where figures like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus emphasized reflection and action, daily Stoic practices are designed to keep you grounded. One of the most accessible tools is morning reflection. Each day, start by asking yourself, what challenges might I face today, and how will I respond to them? By preparing your mind in advance, you reduce the emotional impact of unexpected events. This exercise creates mental resilience, as you've already rehearsed the possibility of setbacks and resolved to handle them with composure. Another essential practice is evening journaling. Marcus Aurelius wrote his thoughts in meditations not for others, but to reflect and improve himself. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to ask, what did I do well today? Where did I falter, and how can I improve tomorrow? This simple exercise fosters self-awareness, accountability, and growth, helping you refine your actions and reactions over time. The practice of negative visualization is another powerful tool. Although it may sound counterintuitive, it involves imagining worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on fear, but to mentally prepare and appreciate what you have. For example, consider what life would be like without a possession, opportunity, or even a loved one. This practice helps you develop gratitude for the present while building emotional strength to face potential losses. Stoicism also teaches the importance of focusing on what you can control, and a great way to reinforce this is through the mantra, "Let me control my actions and let go of the rest." When faced with stress or frustration, pause, breathe, and ask, "Is this within my control?" If it's not, release it. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to avoid wasting energy on things you can't influence, leading to greater peace and focus. Finally, embrace the practice of service to others. Stoics believe that we are interconnected and that helping others strengthens our own sense of purpose. Acts of kindness, however small, not only improve the lives of those around you but also remind you of your capacity to make a difference, even in challenging times. By integrating these daily Stoic practices into your life, you create a foundation of resilience that grows stronger with each day. These exercises allow you to face adversity not as something to fear, but as an opportunity to demonstrate strength, clarity, and grace. With consistent practice, you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate challenges, inspired by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. Embracing adversity as a path to growth. As daily Stoic practices help us build resilience and focus on what we can control, The final and perhaps most transformative step is to shift our mindset toward adversity itself. Instead of avoiding challenges or seeing them as purely negative, Stoicism teaches us to embrace hardship as a vital part of personal growth. This mindset doesn't just help you survive difficult moments, it empowers you to thrive because of them. Life is full of obstacles, and while we often wish for smooth paths, it's the rocky terrain that shapes our character. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound insight suggests that obstacles are not barriers but opportunities to strengthen our resolve, refine our skills, and grow into more capable and resilient individuals. Think of adversity like a fire. It may feel overwhelming at first, but if you approach it with the right mindset, it becomes a forge, refining and hardening you. Challenges force you to adapt, learn, and innovate in ways you wouldn't if life were easy. For instance, facing rejection can teach resilience and sharpen your persistence. Navigating a loss can deepen your sense of gratitude and help you better cherish what you have. Each struggle, no matter how painful, carries the potential to transform you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. One way to embrace adversity is to shift your perspective on failure. Failure is not the end. It's a teacher. Every misstep contains valuable lessons that can guide your future efforts. When you encounter setbacks, ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? How can I use this to grow? Reframing challenges in this way allows you to see them not as threats but as stepping stones on your journey. Another Stoic approach to adversity is the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This idea encourages you to not only accept what happens but to actively embrace it as necessary for your growth. Instead of resisting life's difficulties, see them as precisely the experiences you need to become your best self. This mindset doesn't mean you won't feel pain or frustration. It means you choose to see the value within those emotions and use them as fuel for self-improvement. When you fully embrace adversity, you reclaim your power. You no longer see challenges as something happening to you but rather as something happening for you. This shift transforms hardship from an enemy into an ally, a tool for building resilience, wisdom, and strength. By adopting this mindset, every difficulty you face becomes an opportunity to rise higher. The next time you encounter adversity, remember, it's not there to stop you, it's there to shape you into the person you're meant to be. If you've made it this far, it means you're someone who values growth, resilience, and finding strength in life's toughest moments, and we love that about you. Sparkling Heart, if this video inspired you, please show us some love by hitting that like button. Your support truly fuels our passion for creating meaningful content. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. Share your thoughts, your favorite Stoic principle, or even a challenge you've overcome. Your story might inspire someone else. Speaking ahead, and don't stop here. There's so much more to explore. Check out our other videos where we dive even deeper into topics that can help you unlock your full potential. Together, we're building a community that's stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. So, don't forget to subscribe and join us for the journey ahead. We're just getting started. Rocket.